We continue to follow the breaking news of a shooting at this grocery store that left 2 people dead. Again, this just happened near 11:30 at Maryland Parkway and Silverado Ranch. Taking a live look at the scene right there where you can see a number of Metro police officers. We have some information now coming from Smith's. They say that this store will remain closed as police continue to investigate. Smith's sending us a statement that they are deeply saddened by the senseless act of violence. The entire Smith's family offering their thoughts, prayer, and support to associates and customers. They are referring all questions at this point to Metro Police. They understand this continues to be an evolving situation. Fox 5 continues to be on the scene speaking with witnesses. We're going to bring you more of our team coverage in our next half hour.